Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo
Hello, Lynn.
Hi, Gulshan. I think we might be live.
Yes, we are.
Hi, everyone online. We hope not to have any technical mishaps tonight. I've set the technicals over here. We've got Chaitanya and Dylan looking after it for us. Hearty welcome to everyone here in person. It's always nice to have people in person, even though online you're in theory in person. But this is Gulshan, as we just chatted to ourselves about.
Yeah.
So tonight, as we mentioned in our WhatsApp message, we want to have a nice meditation together and be in thoughtless awareness. And I thought it might be nice if we talk a little bit about what is thoughtless awareness and why should we be in thoughtless awareness, Gulshan?
And who, I'm adding a question with another question, and who allowed us to have the ability to be in thoughtless awareness as well, which is, I thought it's worth just mentioning Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, the lady in the picture, who has allowed humanity to be able to achieve thoughtless awareness, and we'll get to it, why it's important.
Yeah.
But that's a gift to humanity where rather than go and be away in the forests by yourself for years, she's allowed us all to have this within our homes, in our communities, while you're still at workplace, and be able to have happy lives.
Good point, Gulshan, because the difference about Sahaja Yoga meditation and enlightenment, as people would have been trying to get by locking themselves away in a cave or standing on one leg for 30 years, which is quite difficult, is the difference is you don't have to stand on one leg unless you're doing a gym class. You can simply get your self-realization and go into your enlightenment, which is the start of your journey, in fact. So Sahaja Yoga is the start of your enlightenment, where you awaken that energy at the base of the spine, and it automatically happens. So I guess, Gulshan, the ultimate difference is you don't do meditation, it happens. So you don't have to do calf raises.
Yes. And the thoughtlessness that you mentioned.
Yes.
It is about being in a state where we are not thinking, which is very hard to do, because even when we think, we're thinking about, oh, I wonder what's happening in the next room. And what am I going to do in the next hour?
I mean, and that's if it's your first time here today, specifically we were trying to address this for you. If you've been before, you probably are a little bit aware of why you're doing this and what it is. But if you're in our day-to-day life, and even all of us when we're not in thoughtless awareness, you have to use your right side and your left side, which is another bit of terminology, which is your future and your past. Your future and your activity and your emotions or your desires. So
if you can see the background behind Lynn, there is the yellow line, which is our right side, which is the side of action.
Yeah.
And we do have to use it. It is just how much you use it and when to pull back.
Yeah.
As well as with the blue line, which is the line of emotions. You still have to be empathetic and be kind and loving. In balance.
And that was the thing they were shutting themselves away in the caves for, because they didn't want to use their left and right side to try and get into the balance in the center. So the balance and the center and the thoughtlessness comes when you are only in the present, which is the center of the future, the action, the past, the emotions, desires. So you've got to get between those two, which happens automatically when you awaken your Kundalini, which we're going to hear a little bit more about with Shri Mataji's talk tonight. That Kundalini energy takes us into that state. So that was why I was saying we don't want to do anything, but we want to just let it happen, which is kind of nice. Actually, someone was saying to me on the weekend, or possibly before the weekend, that, I don't think I could do meditation. So just someone I had met in the shop who said, what were you doing? And I mentioned about, we're going to have a meditation. I said, yeah, I'm kind of interested in meditation, but I couldn't do it. It's too hard.
Yeah.
But the point about that is I couldn't do it. So I said to him, you don't actually have to do anything.
Sure, you let it happen.
And you have the desire. So we go back to that point of having that desire. So there's desires and there's desires. But as Gulshan will kind of show you in a minute, there's the pure desire. And that's what we're awakening in ourselves with our Kundalini and getting our self-realization, which is, I guess it's kind of self-explanatory that we say it all the time, but if you're hearing it for the first time, you might think self-realization. What is that? Realizing yourself, realizing your true self. So it's your...
Also connecting with our mothering energy, which is
that's the ultimate aim.
Kundalini within us.
But the description of self-realization is realizing your true self. And how do you do that? Which is awakening that energy. And you don't have to do anything, you just have to desire it. And the start of desiring it is to say it to yourself, is just to say, I want my enlightenment, I want my self-realization. And that is a pure desire to want to evolve, and then it automatically happens. you know?
through Sahaja Yoga, because one could go and sit on top of Mount Ainslie and
Well,
say,
that's the- yeah,
I
well,
insist on having my realization, and it's not really going to work.
Yeah, good
So
point,
you
Gulshan.
need the right person to be able to offer that gift to
Yeah.
you. And in our case, we were very lucky to have Shri Mataji, who came and gave realization en masse to people and traveled extensively.
It is a great thing, and
Yes.
you can feel. So that's another thing about when you get your realization is you can feel, and that's what you want to do: feel, not think.
True.
Feel that pure desire, which is love, that pure love feeling, which you get from being with us who've already had that, or you can have a picture of Shri Mataji because she's got that really strongly. And so that's the reason why it works, having that photograph of her. You know, when you go around a museum where there's some lovely, beautiful photos, and you go to one that's been made by a realized soul, if you've got your Kundalini awakening, your self-realization, you can feel the vibrations of that. And I guess that's what we're doing when we give our self-realization, is to start to feel.
True. And some people sometimes, if they're not aware of vibrations or realization, they may just stand in front of the picture and feel the silence that allows them to just enjoy what's in front of them.
Yeah.
That's why some paintings are a lot more popular, such as Mona Lisa, for example.
Yes, that's a good example too, Gulshan, because I mean, I think she's a beautiful woman, but some people say she's not a beautiful woman. But if you feel the vibrations of the Mona Lisa, wow, what a woman.
Shall we allow our viewers to feel this rather than
let's start feeling,
talk about it,
which was the point of being here. The importance is to feel it and be in there. So Gulshan, would you like to take us into that state of meditation, the first part? So we'll have our first meditation. We'll listen to a talk of Shri Mataji talking about that Kundalini, giving us a bit more of an idea, and then we'll go a little bit deeper and have a second meditation at the end.
Okay. Sure, we'll do.
So
notice everyone's got the shoes off here, but those online, if this is your first time, please take your shoes off. You're welcome to sit as you wish on the comfortable chair or on the floor. That's fine. It's just shoes would be a good thing to take off. And our lovely tech will have slides on.
Should we put them on now, Gulshan?
Online. Okay, great.
Right.
Online to watch. So you can watch those slides if you get lost, but ideally we will close our eyes because it just helps us to bring our attention inside, and I'll guide you where to place your hand. So we will use our right hand, which is the hand of action, and place it on the left side of the body, which is the side of our feelings and emotions. And we will close our eyes and go through the self-realization process.
And the good thing for those online is whatever Gulshan is saying, where we put our hands, you'll be able to read it.
If you get lost. That's right.
So that's why that.
All right, we'll take our glasses off. I've got my shoes off, and we can be seated as we wish. All right, so hands come in our lap, palms up, because we're asking for something very precious. It is very easy to get this simply because Shri Mataji has allowed it to be very easy. But it is very special and precious, and that's why there is no charge at all for this. If you just close your eyes, hands in your lap, we'll just bring our attention inside. And just watch our breathing, nice and slow. We place our right hand on the left heart. So various places in our body, they have special qualities about them, and these qualities are what we are hoping to awaken and strengthen. So we will say some affirmations quietly to ourselves. We are addressing these affirmations and prayers to the mothering energy within us, which is the Kundalini. She's situated at the base of the spine in 3.5 coils. And she is our mother, waiting to be awakened to help us, love us, and nurture us. So right hand on the left heart. And here we ask ourselves a question. Who am I? And what is my purpose on this earth? What is the purpose of my life? And now we place a hand on the left-hand side where the leg meets the body. So you can watch the slide. If you get lost, slide number 2. Placing your right hand on the left-hand side between, or the crease. Place it on the crease where the leg joins the body. This is the area of pure knowledge and pure desire within us. And our only pure, ardent desire is to ask the mothering energy, the Kundalini, to please give us the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give us the pure knowledge. The knowledge is of our various chakras within us, the state of our subtle system within us, to feel the subtle system on our hands. And bring your right hand just under the heart area of the rib cage. This is the area of self-mastery within us. And here we affirm a few times, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own teacher. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own master. Take a right hand on the heart again, on the left-hand side. And here we affirm a few times, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. So we don't get distracted by our body, we're not our mind, we're not our fears, our worries, our excessive thinking of the future or of the past. That all needs to be dropped away, for we are just the Spirit. And the Spirit is a lovely quality of quiet joy within ourselves. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the Spirit. Place your right hand on the left-hand side of your shoulder. And as you do that, just move your head towards your right shoulder. So your hand is on your left-hand side of your neck. And we just move our head towards the right shoulder. The affirmation here is, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Sometimes we tend to feel guilty, or we grow up with that conditioning, and it is really not necessary to hang on to it. A few times, Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Now please place your right hand on your forehead. So here you can apply a little bit of pressure with your fingertips and the palm of your hand. You can cradle your head into your hand and just lower it a little bit. And here we are going to say, I forgive everyone. So please don't think of any circumstance or a person or an issue. We just let go of all of that and just say in general, I am going to be able to forgive everyone. It is hard sometimes, but the sooner you let go, the easier it is. It takes you away from the pain that has a hold over you. So we say a few times, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. Now please place your right hand at the back of your head. And as you do that, just tip your head up towards the sky. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for the mistakes that I have made, knowingly or unknowingly, towards my innocence, towards my spirit, and towards my ascent. Please forgive me, and I forgive myself. And now for the last and the most important one, we are going to stretch our right hand, fingers sort of away from your palm. And as you do that, please place your right hand on top of your head, the soft part, which is the fontanelle, or an area that's the soft part that the little babies have when they're born, that pulsates. So you place our palm, you could lower your head a little bit forward again. And here, as we rotate in a clockwise direction, and the movement of our direction will be starting from a left, forward, to the right and back. Left, forward, right and back. And as you do that, nice and firm, nice and slow, rotating your scalp. And as we do that, here with all our heart, we ask Mother Kundalini, and you can address this also to Shri Mataji, for she is the one who allows us to receive this. Shri Mataji, please give me my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please give me my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please give me my self-realization. For those of us who have been through this exercise already, you can say, please strengthen my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please strengthen my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please strengthen my self-realization. Keeping your attention where your hand is right now on top of your head. Attention stays there. You can slowly bring the right hand back onto your lap. But please keep your attention on top, on the space where you had your hand a moment ago. If you're feeling very gentle, cool breath like air on top of your head, that is the Kundalini as she pierces through our scalp. If you're feeling some cool sensation, very gentle, cool sensation, not cold, just cool sensation on the palms of your hand, in the center of the palms of your hand. That is the fact that we have received our self-realization. And for some of us, if you happen to be feeling some warm or tingling sensations on your hands, on your fingertips, or on top of your head, not to worry, because as the Kundalini rises, and if there's any debris or any clearing or weakness in our chakras, which are the energy centers within us, if there's any weakness, she starts to clear that weakness away, repair and strengthen the chakra as she rises. So that will slowly fade away. The heat and the tingling does slowly fade away. But most of us we'll feel our breathing slows down. Feel settled and calm within yourself. And if you're not thinking and your mind is quite still, that is being in thoughtless awareness, as we talked about at the beginning of the program. That is being in meditation. So it just happens. So we're not thinking of the past or the future. Just slowly open our eyes. And we're going to do a little experiment. We're going to now place our right hand on top of our head and see how you feel. If there's a very gentle, cool breeze on your hand, and sometimes one hand is clearer than the other, so we'll try with the left hand as well to see how we feel. And then at the end of the program, Lynn will take us again through this process because we will go through another meditation.
Yeah, we'll deepen that feeling.
That's right.
So there's a few little exercises we can do, which we'll do at the end. But right now, we'll listen to Shri Mataji, a brief excerpt from a public program talk she did in 1985. It's only about 7 minutes, but it's very interesting, talking about a little bit more information about Kundalini, and so lovely, beautifully explained. And we'll go into meditation at the end of the talk, and maybe I'll take you through a couple of exercises to try and deepen that feeling. So we'll continue that meditative feeling, and make a note of any fingers or feelings you're having. And after we carry on after the talk and after the second meditation, we can do a check and see if it's feeling cool, everybody.
Sure. And also the viewers, if you have any questions, just hold them with you, because there will be, at the end of the session, you're very welcome to ask them at that point.
Yeah, we'll do a question and answer session at the end, so save the questions for later. So just for now, let's have a little look at this really nice excerpt. I'll just move these out.
Within you, as is said, is pure desire. It's not only pure desire, but it is a purification desire. It has a power to purify. It's tremendous power it is. And this Kundalini thinks, organizes, knows, coordinates, blesses, and ultimately guides. So to go beyond the cause, we must understand that this Kundalini is the pure form. That means it is detached. Anything that gets attached is not pure. Anything that gets spoilt is not pure. What we say gold is pure because it is untarnishable. Untarnishable. That's the quality of gold. So it is immaculate. It cannot be ruined, spoiled by anything except that there could be khanda, as they call it, could be broken in between, and thus weak. So now something that has a purifying quality, like a purifying agent, say take a simple thing like soap. So the soap, wherever you apply, will clean. Kundalini, wherever it will go, it will clean, it will nourish. This is one quality that we must understand, that it is not tarnishable, it cannot be spoiled, it cannot be ruined. Moreover, it cleanses, it nourishes. But because it thinks, it knows how to nourish you, up to what point, how to go, how far to go, or it stops. But thinking is not vocal, it doesn't say anything. But when it goes around these chakras, it makes a sound. And these sounds are made because the movement of Kundalini through these chakras creates a non-percussion sound pass through these, creating sounds, and these sounds are then jotted down or heard by great saints and used in the phonetic language of Sanskrit. That's why Sanskrit is supposed to be the purest language. But you need not know Sanskrit now. There's no need. Because the deities know that you don't know the Sanskrit language. Now, this purifying fire within you, or the purifying force within you, or the power within you, goes and first of all enlightens our attention, which is in this part. As you see the green part, this is the attention is. But the movement of attention then starts moving in all directions. Now when your attention is enlightened, what we call, you become collectively conscious. But still, how do you go beyond cause and effect is the point. Now this Kundalini being pure, no cause can be attached to it. No cause whatsoever. So if you can enter into the Kundalini on the principle of it, no cause can get attached to it. That's how you go beyond cause and effect. But how do you enter into the Kundalini? That's the main point. Main problem is, how do we enter into the Kundalini? Supposing you are paying attention to me and I say pay attention to yourself, you cannot. Even if Kundalini rises, your attention is attracted inside, still you cannot pay attention inside. So how do you pay attention inside? Is through this enlightened attention. This attention, which is enlightened, has a power to take your attention inside to the Kundalini. And that's how you enter into the realm which is detached. That's like fortress. Nobody can enter in there. So when you are in thoughtless awareness, when you are not thinking, you are in your fortress, nobody can jump at you, nobody can trouble you, all the causes drop out. That is why it is necessary first to practice, to be in that thoughtless awareness through the practice of Sahaja Yoga to begin with. So that you learn how to enter into that state, how to enter into that state. But first and foremost thing is that your Kundalini must be awakened, then it must be allowed to move properly. You must cooperate, you must know how to do it and raise it so that you keep it at least, if not above, at least in the brain. But best thing is, if it comes out, then you have no tensions, no worries, because everything that you have passes into your attention. Attention touches the Kundalini because you are a realized soul. and leaves it in the force of the Kundalini, in the current of Kundalini, and this current takes away everything that is out. And that's how you are cleared. This is a very, very simple way of explaining how you go beyond cause and effect. And this is what happens. But for that, it is necessary that you must learn how to enter into your Kundalini, how to keep your attention enlightened. Now it's very easy. Your attention gets involved into anything through your thoughts. Because when your consciousness entered into you, being the prismatic plane, like a prism, your attention has gone out. Now to keep this attention detached, you have to make it a pure attention. To begin with, you must try to put attention inside, to be a witness. Try to be a witness. But how? How will you know that you are a witness? You have to be in thoughtless awareness. When you are in thoughtless awareness, then what happens? That you are detached. You are seeing everything. There are many people who talk about thoughtless awareness. You'll be surprised. I have heard some gurus, they might have, I don't know, because I went to America a long time back, and they must have recorded it or whatever it is. They talk of it. But there isn't anything way of doing it. Kundalini is the only way you can go into thoughtless awareness, your attention.
Still with your attention on your breath, the in-breath and the out-breath. And just close your eyes for a minute. So one of the ways of, there's a few little exercises you can do. There aren't any things that you must do in Sahaja Yoga. It's very spontaneous, so we don't have a ritualistic number of things to do, but you can, as per your feeling on a particular day, you can try a few different things just to help your Kundalini take your evolution higher and higher. So that's your goal here, is to evolve. So you can, a fun thing to do is to tell this person, so I'll tell this Lynn, to put your attention at the top of your head. So you automatically identify with your spirit. So when Goshen got us to say the affirmation that I am the pure spirit, as we're the pure spirit, we can then...
People can't see it.
So we'll just stay in that state for a moment.
It's coming.
Back. So let's take our right hand on our heart again, just to reaffirm who we are. We can say Mother, which is our Kundalini, that all-pervading energy, looking after us at every moment. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Just opening your eyes for a moment. Let's take that right hand down towards the earth. And we're going to ask the Mother Earth to please absorb any overactivity, any imbalance in our emotional side, in our past, things that keep recurring for any reason. We're going to ask Mother Energy, Mother Kundalini, Mother Earth, please absorb any imbalance from my left side. Mother, please absorb any imbalance from my left side. So that right hand is down towards Mother Earth. And now that you are a realized soul, she recognizes that. And she'll absorb all the hurt, the heat, anything that's troubling us. She's just very keen to nurture us and look after us. Mother, please absorb anything on my left side that's troubling my ascent, troubling my spirit, troubling the spirit of this limb, this whomever we are. And again, taking our attention back up to the top of our head, where we asked for our self-realization, where we asked for our self-realization to be strengthened. Now let's bring that right hand back on our lap. So you can keep your eyes closed, or if you just want to see what we're doing, we might get the camera a little bit down, Mr. Cameraman, just a little bit. So you can see we're going to take our left hand now. Oops, other way. We're going to bring the left hand bent. Oops. There we are. So the left hand is bent, the palm is facing behind us. And again, we can just close our eyes once we've seen what we're doing. And we can ask, Mother, please take away, please absorb any imbalance in my right side, which could be any hard work I had to do today and I'm feeling really tired because of that. Please absorb any heat. Please absorb any ego. I've got so many compliments today that I was feeling, oh, really good. We're all really good, it's collective. So, Mother Kundalini, please absorb any imbalance. It's just going too far. We want to come back to the present and just use our right side, use our action side for that pure desire that we've awakened. pure desire for our ascent. So again, keeping our attention, just have a little inside look at what's on the top of your head. You might be able to feel that cool flow when the Kundalini pierced through the fontanelle bone area. Or it might simply be the top part of your brain, not the thinking part. So all that heat is funneling out into the air, into the atmosphere. All the elements that we're made of, that the world is made of, the fire, the earth, the water, the air, are now working together with your Mother Nature and with your Mother Kundalini to just keep us on our path of ascent, on our evolving state, which is happening naturally in our state of thoughtless awareness. So let's bring both hands open in our lap. Just once more with that little hand cup, raise up our Kundalini, expressing our desire for our Kundalini, our pure desire to come up and take us into thoughtless awareness. And as we practice this meditation every day, we go further and further with it and evolve into a spiritual being that we are. And just then, the two hands open on your lap. We'll have a little bit of music very soon, which is a raga. There's one Bhupali, and there's also another one, Bhairavi. So either of those ragas we'll have just now. While we're meditating, just try to listen to that raga, which Shri Mataji was talking about, the Sanskrit sounds awakened in our chakras, our energy centers, which we'll talk a little bit more about next week, but they automatically get awakened and the lovely qualities get awakened with the sound of these ragas. So our wonderful tech team is going to start sharing the sound. There it is. If you find some thoughts come, or, you know, it's natural, you've got things to do, you can just use that exercise that I mentioned before, just try it, which is you can say to your Mother Kundalini, please bring Lynn's attention, I'm talking about me, you will talk about you, please bring Mother Kundalini, please bring Lynn's attention back on her spirit. And it just takes you away from identifying with those thoughts. There's a few other little techniques, but that's just a spontaneous one I thought you could try. Just take a few more moments, just in the silence for a few minutes. And just try to bring your attention by addressing yourself only in the third party person. So let's just slowly open our eyes, and Gulshan, we might show everyone how we finish our meditation and how ongoing you will start and finish your meditation. So we'll just do the raising of the Kundalini, which of course many of you who've been coming for some time know what that is. So we're going to raise our Kundalini and place ourselves in Bandhan. Maybe Gulshan, you want to explain why we're doing that?
Okay, so the raising of the Kundalini is done by our hands, and we do that at the beginning of the meditation and then at the end. And so is placing the bandhan, which is a bond of protection. So that is at the beginning and at the end to keep you or keep us in a safe bubble of vibrations protected. And we do a certain number, and that's very easily explainable as well. We do our Kundalini, we raise it 3 times because of the 3 channels that we have on our subtle system. And then the bandhan that we place will be 7 times for the 7 energy centers that need to be protected and covered when we're out and about. So we save ourselves from those pesky thoughts. Don't need them really, but they are persistent. So shall we just go through that?
Yeah, let's quickly do that.
So left hand comes in front at the base of the spine, and the right hand, you bring it in and then rotate it out. So that's nice and slow, keeping your attention on the palm of your left hand. Bring it up to the top of your head, tip your head up, and we tie a knot. And we are going to do that 2 more times for the 2 channels within us. So nice and slow, good attention on your left hand. 2 knots for the second one. And the third time, it will be 3 knots. So station our attention nice and strong on top of our head. And we are using our right hand again, starting from the left-hand side of the hip, over the top of our head to the right and back. And this is 1 for the first chakra. We are going to do that second time for the second chakra, third, the third chakra, the fourth. And the last one, covering all our energy centers. So this is the very small little exercise which can be done or should be done before the meditation, at the end of the meditation. But also occasionally, if you find yourself a little bit unsettled, you're not sure what to do, you can just do that as well in a quiet space and just say, Mother Energy, Mother Kundalini, please be with me.
Please protect this cushion. Please protect this limb.
That's right. There are no other limbs here. It is just here. I'm talking to this person. So, yeah.
Which I always thought seemed a little silly to do, but I tried it and I thought, oh, that really works. So try it. Passing on. Hot tip. Cool tip. Cool tip.
And is there any questions? Tech team, very helpful, is here ready. If you have any questions, we have a few people who can help answer them.
The promised question and answer. A few people here would love to answer some questions.
But if you don't have any and you're just quite happy to sit and enjoy that quiet space, that's okay as well.
And thank you very much for joining us. It was a lovely meditation with you all. Thank you for bringing your lovely vibrations, and certainly the people here in person, also very lovely vibrations. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, and we'll see you next week, and everyone here. Thank you.
We will put on a little bit of extra music.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's a question.
I'm wondering how many minutes do the thoughts awareness stays?
How many minutes it stays? You know what? It's how much is how long is a piece of string? No, it actually. You have to see for yourself how long you stay. So some people can be in thoughtless awareness for a long time, and it really depends on your growth in Sahaja Yoga, how you go. It may be, and even now, us who've been practicing for a long time, some days it'll be a long time, some days it won't, depends. And there's various, if you're finding you're not able to be in thoughtless awareness for very long, there's various little techniques you can try to like we did with the left and the right clearing, and just come and ask us if it's not happening for as long as you would like, or not happening at all. The important thing is that you get there.
Yes.
So sometimes you may, I don't know if everyone else finds this, you can sit for the entire hour, and you'll be at the end of that hour and you'll suddenly get really thoughtless. I'm not saying you don't have to sit for an hour.
Yeah, a few minutes, and if you're not getting there, maybe it's good to come back a bit later.
Yeah, and so there's always tomorrow. If today you're not getting thoughtless awareness, doesn't matter. Tomorrow you will.
Also, Lynn, I find personally early morning is good for me before the phone's been looked at and things have started to happen. That's a quiet time for me.
That's the best. And in fact, truth be told, we like to do our meditation in the morning and in the night.
Yeah.
But we're at least do it once a day is good.
True.
At your convenience, and then after some time or tomorrow, you think, I want to do this, and you just make time because you love it. Once you get that state a little bit,
the day goes a bit easier.
That's also another good point.
True. And also the things may be exactly the same, but you just learn to handle it a little better as well. So
and that's right. And even it might be terribly, terribly dramatic, that maybe normally you would get really upset about something, but because you've had a good thoughtless meditation, you go, oh, that old chestnut.
Yes.
Ah, come say, come ça. It just doesn't seem to be so. That was French for Mataji.
She's meditating.
She's fully thoughtless. So, the things don't bother you so much. So it's not necessary that life becomes completely changed, although that also does happen. But you just find yourself in a state where you're just watching what's happening and feeling really good. Feel really good at least once a day is excellent.
Yeah. And we agree next week, same time.
Yep.
So,
And let's try again
join
next
us.
week.
Yeah.
So we like to have a few different people come and give you a different meditation. So who knows who'll be here for you next week. But we'll all be at least here in the room with you. And really looking forward to it. It was nice to have Madhav here and
Sarala.
Sarala.
She's come all the way from Austria.
Sarala's from Austria, but
Yeah.
now living here, Sarala.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Madhav, all the way from Sydney. And of course, we've got our Canberra crew here as well.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, Dilip and Chaitanya, for managing the tech for us. I think we should give them a hand. They had a tough job. They were just thrown in there.
Yeah.
And they've done really well. So
Yeah.
thanks, everyone. Any other questions? That was excellent. Thank you, Samsung, for giving us that question.
Okay, well, we'll see you next week, Lynn, if there's nothing else. We can, is
All
the
right.
music to let
We
people
can
continue
put some
meditating?
music on in case anyone wants to meditate.
Sure.
Maybe 5-10 minutes. We can share a bit of music. I guess you'd like a visual for that. Good night, everyone.